the work week, you're heading into the weekend and probably wondering, is Ian going to be impacting our forecast? Of course, it's just been devastating down in Florida, and now it's getting ready to make landfall in the Carolinas again, third landfall for this system. As far as our forecast here at home, impacts will be very minimal. Let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures. Yesterday we were scraping by, couldn't even make it to 60 for our high here in Cleveland. Typically we are about 70 degrees this time of year, so we've only got about 12 hours to heat things up after a very chilly morning. 12 hours of sun that we have throughout the day today. Sunrise at 7:22, sunset 7:11 p.m. If you guys are listening this morning, drop me a comment. Let me know you're there. If you have any questions particularly about your forecast, go ahead and let me know about that as well. But just let me know you're tuning in this morning. All right, temperatures got down to the upper 30s and even mid 30s. Ashtabula and Youngstown this morning. A couple factors for that. We had light winds. We had clear skies. Doesn't insulate our atmosphere at all. Let all that heat escape. And as we take a peek at our skies this morning on our time-lapse weather cameras, take a peek at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Watch those clouds beginning to creep in on our North Canton weather camera. That is the very outer edge of the cloud deck from Ian. So that cloud canopy stretching all the way up to Ohio. How crazy is that? A very large system. Here's a look at satellite and radar and those clouds, counterclockwise rotation. You can tell they're slowly creeping in from the southeast. However, as this system approaches north, it is encountering some dry air and some high pressure. So that's some good news for us. It should keep us mostly dry, but the cloud cover will definitely increase over the next 12 hours. And stick with us. It should be pretty cloudy for your Saturday with a few sprinkles in some spots, and then the clouds retreat on Sunday. Let's go ahead and look at Hurricane Ian. Still a Category 1. Of course, it was a tropical storm, was re-energized as it crossed into the Atlantic. That warm water got that energy picked up. It's going north at about 9 miles per hour, expected to make landfall here in the Carolinas in the next several hours. It will then become a tropical storm and eventually an extratropical low pressure system. What does all that mean? Well, when it encounters landfall, it loses steam. It's got friction. Of course, it's not picking up that moisture and that heat like it is when it's out in the ocean. So it will die down. It will then be some gusty winds, some moderate to heavy rainfall for much of the East Coast. And for us here at home, it's bringing some gusty winds, some clouds, and a few showers. Here's how it plays out. Getting into your Friday afternoon, the cloud cover increases. The sun, unfortunately, doesn't stick with us super long. The clouds will be the main factor for your Saturday as some showers creep into the southeast of our viewing area. You'll notice this band of showers, the very far outer band, on the lighter side and isn't impacting most of us. But those in the southeastern counties will probably see some showers. As we get into Sunday, the clouds retreat. The remnants of Ian make their way to the East Coast, and we then see high pressure build back into our forecast for not only the close of the weekend, but then the start of the work week. Let's take it in a little bit closer to home here. This is our future cast with our temperatures in there. High is going to be in the mid 60s today, and there is the cloud deck from Ian creeping up towards our northwestern counties by late tonight. So that means your Friday football forecast going to be on the cloudier side, but temperatures shouldn't be too bad as we get late into the night, because the cloud cover will actually do us a favor with our overnight temperatures and insulate us, keeping us slightly warmer. So expecting the low 50s for our Saturday morning. When you get to the afternoon highs, it is hindering us, but it will still be comfortable tomorrow, similar to what we saw today. And then Sunday, slightly cooler in the low 60s. There's a look at those showers and where they are most likely to sit. How much rain are we talking with this? Really not a lot. I'm expecting maybe a half an inch in some localized areas, especially southeast of Akron-Canton. Here's a peek at that Friday night touchdown forecast, mid-60s for kickoff. Those numbers quickly cooling as we get later into the evening. It might even be cooler than that, just depending on your cloud cover. At that point, if the clouds persist in those southeastern counties, we'll likely only get to the 50s at that point. Here's a peek at your Woolly Bear Festival forecast. That, of course, is Sunday, and we were watching for any showers. The good news is the showers look to be reserved for Saturday and shouldn't even make their way to Vermilion. Temperatures will be in the low 60s. However, with this system, it is going to be gusty on Saturday and breezy on Sunday. So even though we will be in the 60s, might feel a couple degrees cooler. So a twinge cooler than what the air temperatures actually are. The good news is with this, the clouds will be around for the morning, but they begin to retreat as we go throughout the afternoon. So the parades at 1 should be starting to see some sunshine peek through at that point. Here is a look at the next 8 days. Mid-60s across the board until we get to next Friday. Spotty showers on Saturday. You saw where those will be. High pressure and sunshine Sunday through Wednesday, and then a small chance of rain back in the forecast on Thursday. Temperatures gradually warming to near 70 on Wednesday. That's going to be feeling good. Overnight lows cool in the upper 40s to low 50s. So it might be time to think about fully switching out that wardrobe, get the sweaters out, turn the AC off, and get ready to turn on your heat, guys. All right, you can all head over to fox8.com. Our full forecast discussion is there. I've got a clickable video if you'd like to rewatch, and you can tune in at noon to Fox 8 at noon. All right, you all take care.